evening, Devangi.
Hi, Sashmita. Good
Hi,
evening.
good evening. So Devangi Shah is the graphic designer from Corugami, and Corugami is this brand that has been collaborating with S.R.Gopal Rao along with multiple brands in regard to going green. And we've been talking about our green initiatives throughout the month of June because we're celebrating World Upcycling Day, and as part of that campaign, we have been celebrating this in ways of social media promotions and like making YouTube videos, basically trying to take our Go Green initiative to our audience, letting them understand the importance and hoping to inspire more people to get started with this great initiative. So that's one thing. And about Corugami, it is a very company that is focused on packaging, but on a very conscious solution, right? Even your tag goes conscious solution through better design. And we
Yeah.
absolutely agree with it because we've been working with you for so long and it has been nothing but great. So I will be asking you a couple of questions and we can make this an interactive video for our audience. So let's get
Sure.
started with talking about Corugami, an overview of your sustainable and eco-friendly packaging practice, like how it gets started and what inspired you all, anything about it.
So, Corugami actually started not with packaging, but sustainable products made from corrugation. And then we got into packaging. So our founder, Udit, his main aim was to reduce the single-use plastic waste in the packaging industry and generally to reduce that plastic waste. So all our solutions that you see around uh, are focused on that, and our it is to reduce that waste from the how much ever we can, like how much ever we can contribute. Of course, the amount of waste around is too much, and it's very difficult for one organization or one individual to do. But it's how you inspire people, and it's how the brands get inspired. So yeah, that's overall reason why Korogami came into being. And a lot apart from sustainable packaging, we do a lot of sustainable products. We also do design for spaces, all made of corrugation. And yeah, so that's how we are expanding also. So we are not only focused on packaging. Yeah.
And for now, we're working with you on packaging, and we hope to
Yeah.
grow with you as you expand. That is one thing we hope that
Yeah.
happens. And talking about collaborating in the future, expanding as and you grow. How do you think Corugami resonates with S.R. Gopal Rao's objective? Because we're an old
Yeah.
company. We have been up since 1936. So for an old company
Hmm.
to come up with like new initiatives, this is comparatively
Yeah.
very, yeah, futuristic. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it definitely is. So again, change needs to be brought by anyone, like a small company, a big company, an old company, a new company. And definitely we get a lot of clients which are launching their brands and which are new in the market. But for brands which have their roots in the market since so many years, for them to accept the change and accept the situation of the world, and apart from focusing not only on the consumers but even on the environment, it's really important at this day and time. And we're so happy that SR Gopal Rao is doing that, and we're really happy to be helping them in this journey.
Yeah, we are actually happy because we see that a lot of opticians don't actually get an opportunity to get into sustainability because it is a very difficult to become eco-friendly and go 100% green company.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how our Priyakini, who has been between us, helping us collaborate, right? With her help,
Yeah.
it was a big leap for us to actually come across like a lot of companies and brands which will help
Hmm.
us with this, because we are doing anything and everything in our capability. But again, like you said, it doesn't happen just like we need support. We need support, and we're
Yeah.
happy, yeah, that
Yeah.
we have brands like
Yeah.
yours, and it's great. It's
Yeah.
great to be partnered with.
And
So
yeah, collaboration is so important because as an old company, sometimes old company are set with their ways, and when you collaborate, just looking at different perspective and the innovation that's happening, it's really important for that to translate between both brands. Yeah.
yeah, as in, like we just spoke about the driving force, right? You have to have the
Yeah.
collaboration. What do you think is like the main driving force of this collaboration? What do you think drives us to keep going with this collaboration?
um I think again, like what I said, you know as S.R. Gopal Rao and as Corugami, like apart from being focused just only on consumers, we also focus on our environment. I think, and with so much that's happening, and with the climate change, and we know how our actions are affecting, the planet. I think that is what the driving force for conscious brands are.
Yeah, and
It,
to like
it's
actually want to bring attention to it. I think that's the key.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understanding that it is important and that we should do something about it is something that's driving us
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah, understood.
And
So,
even a small change, uh it can inspire so many people, whether like if it's just a bag, like just shifting from a plastic bag to a paper bag, or like just shifting the plastic packaging to a more sustainable version. I think that inspires not only like people but even other brands to take that change.
exactly, yeah. Understood.
Yeah.
That's I think that's very important because we're doing this. We're even right now recording a video and publishing it online. It is to inspire people. It is to let people know, say,
Yeah.
come on, let's do this together. Yeah. So I think it's important.
Yeah.
And then, so I did also want to talk about, how do you make the outcomes of your work visually pleasing? Because we're doing packaging, and your company is solely,
Hmm.
or say, importantly, mainly focused on protecting the environment and using products that are very safe to the environment. Trying your best to do that for the environment. But again, if it has to be a success, a brand to do something good, it has to be visually pleasing to the consumers. Only then there's like a profit, and it keeps going. To do that, how do
Yeah.
you keep going? You don't just do it. You don't just protect the environment with your products, but also make it visually pleasing for it to actually be accepted by the consumers and be a hit.
Yeah, that's true. And yes, that does become a little difficult sometimes to translate that. But again, like when you see Korogami, we are a team of diverse people from really diverse backgrounds. So we have engineers, product designers, graphic designers, we have production experts. So, all of these people who, like, while delivering any particular idea, or when we work on any particular project, we have inputs from all the teams, from design, from technical heads to production. So we take care of all these details. We are also working on a library of materials, so that we can innovate for other brands, and we can translate their vision into packaging.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
think it takes like a lot of effort from your team, to produce something, because I have a
Yeah.
list of things, it needs to be biodegradable, made from recycled
Yeah.
materials, it has to be customizable, it has to be
Yeah.
transportable, it has to be durable, most importantly.
Yeah.
And there's like so many other things. It has to be cost effective
Yeah.
also, because it has to be taken to
Oh
consumers.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
So
anything to say?
let me tell you a little bit about our process. So, we when we start working on anything, we do a lot of material research first. And we dig into our material library as well as to which is the best material for the product and for the brand to go ahead with. After that, we get into designing, and the most important stage in the process is testing. Uh, Before, presenting any idea, we make sure we test it, whether it's drop testing, whether it's testing, we ship it and we test it out, to make sure that the products, are not damaged. It's so important, to do that. And then finally we get into the production. Uh, so yeah,
So you literally do
that's how the
everything and anything that the company will be doing
yeah,
after they get your product before you produce.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have like
So
a
we make
procedure?
sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was asking, what is the procedure actually? How do you like, what is the start? Like, as in you design it and then you take it, how do you go forward with it? What is the procedure?
So we definitely start brainstorming on materials and design. First of all, no, I think we break down the brief that's given from the client. We then get into the designing bit where the material experts, as well as the product designers, as well as the graphic designers, collaborate together to come up with that idea. As you also said, like, how do you make the packaging look appealing, or how do you make the product look appealing? uh, all these three teams, they come together and they come up with the idea where it works technically also and it works aesthetically also. And post that, we get into sampling, we test it out, and then we get into the production.
So, talking about the procedure, when it came to S.R. Gopal Rao's packaging, what was the procedure, and can you like tell us about the project and
Yeah,
how it went?
yeah. So for SR Gopal Rao, actually we worked on the emailer, e-com boxes. But we are also working with them on their optical cases for their glasses. So I think we have a lot that we can, we're going to achieve in the future with the collaboration. And yeah, so the process went in the same way. We made sure to, uh, you know, um, understand what was required. Uh, Gave them the solution which was right for the problems they were facing, or the problem, the solutions that they wanted. We made sure to, test it out, to dig into our library and see what works best for the brand. And yeah, then we went into sampling, we tested it out, and then we went into production. And even with the new cases, like, we're trying to experiment with different materials, like using craft paper and rigid boards together. Not a lot of optical brands do that, I guess. But yeah, we're experimenting even on different shapes for the cases. So we're trying to make the packaging not only sustainable, but even, like, something different from what's out there.
Yeah, that is understandable. Yeah. And
Yeah.
talking about sustainability, right? Sustainability, eco-friendliness. So we have been contributing so much towards the environment, even though these take a lot of effort. In every aspect, this takes a little bit more than what usually takes from us, from our end, for any brand in that case, because it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take we have to be 100% invested. There has to be more effort in it financially, obviously,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
aspect of an investment. So
Yeah.
but we still decide to do this, but we still keep doing it. Why do you think it's
Yeah.
important that brands continue doing this irrespective of the extra effort that it takes? How important is this packaging and because some people tend to think it's just packaging, the product is eco-friendly, but how
Yeah.
important is every single aspect of a product being delivered, right from being produced to being delivered to their doorstep?
Yeah. So I would say when a brand comes up with a new product in the market, they don't come up with only the product. It's everything that they put out into the world or they deliver to the consumers. So whether it's from the message that they are talking about to the packaging to the product, so it's a mix of all of these things. It's really important for brands to be conscious about these things, and even think about the future and the future generation, how it would affect them. And yeah, I think that's the driving, that's something that the brands need to be focused on. And we understand, so as a brand we understand like sustainability for us is not only materials, it's also in the costing because uh, uh, there's no point of a solution if it does not become viable for the brand to adapt. So in such a case, like we make sure that we work in these constraints of a brand, in the constraints that we are given, and we deliver that packaging. And yeah, I think it's a chain reaction. If one brand takes the effort to change, I think it's just going to uh, it's just going to spread. Like it's like how happiness is spread the same way you spread this message, like
True, you do.
small brand, big brand, it doesn't matter, old brand, new brand, it's about that change. That first step needs to be taken by any brand.
Needs to be taken. You're absolutely right. And that's why we're all like,
Yeah,
also like,
yeah,
we mentioned in our, every time we talk about our initiatives, we keep talking about why do we have to keep talking about it? Because as you
yeah,
talk, I talk, we have a conversation, we take it to the
yeah,
audience, then people, you know, we spread awareness.
yeah,
That's how, we pass a message. So being such an important significant message this is, and initiative that it has to be among like many brands,
yeah,
we have to be talking about it, we have to be spreading the message. And I'm so glad that we got an
yeah,
opportunity to sit and talk about certain things about this collaboration,
yeah,
the importance of how taking it forward, keeping on going with this is very important. So that is
yeah,
great. Thank you so much for answering all
yeah.
of those questions that I had. And
No,
we're really
that's
happy to
okay.
be collaborating with Korigami, and we hope to keep doing
Yeah,
this, keep going with
and
this.
we're so happy to be part of the journey that SR Gopal Rao has begun in the chain, and we hope we can continue helping y'all out in different aspects and uh delivering your vision to the consumers as well.
Yeah, I think it is very important because being the brand we are, we're pretty big, and like, we've been in the business for so
Yeah,
long, and to like come up with new initiatives and to like hold
yeah,
hands with like new collaborators and like new,
yeah,
very innovative, very futuristic brands. It's
yeah,
also very good for us. We are learning, and we're learning so much, and we are enjoying the whole process. So thank you.
yeah,
And we hope to grow with you as you expand. And
yeah,
as we do more initiatives, we come up with like more projects. We'll try our best to take it to our audience, show them that this is happening. Thank you
yeah.
so much. Thank you so
So
much.
thank you.